Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it sounds a little bit different, I'm actually going to be trying to use a mic so you can kind of hear it. It's actually right below me, so if I did this, you can hear it a little bit better. If I keep looking over here, it's because my monitor's over here and I can see if I'm going too high for my volume and things like that. But anyways, if you guys are new here, my name is Emily from Diaz. We are actually going to be talking about my PCOS update. So if you're looking for a different kind of video, obviously it's not this one. If you're new, thank you for clicking on this video. I usually do a lot of lifestyle, daily vlogging kind of videos, so if you definitely like that, definitely stick around and hit the subscribe button. You can kind of see that I am part of a family of 3, so there's Derek and Oliver that you saw in the intro. So today I'm going to be talking about my PCOS update, and we're gonna try to talk about different kind of topics in this update, like hair loss, weight gain, weight loss, mood swings, depression, anxiety, and confidence, which is the biggest thing we're gonna be talking about at the end. A quick disclaimer, first of all, if you keep hearing this, that's because the seat that I'm on is obviously not well built, so sorry about that. The other thing is I am not a doctor, so definitely talk to your doctor about anything that I am mentioning here, because this is my experience with PCOS. PCOS unfortunately doesn't hit everybody the exact same, so if you do have it or if you think you might have it, definitely consult with your doctor, your primary doctor, and see what is the best medications or best way of dealing with your PCOS. The first thing we're going to talk about is actually hair loss. Now, for me, I've actually always shed, which sounds terrible, but my hair, I have a lot of hair, and as thick as it is, I used to have even more hair. I used to have really thick hair. Even though for me right now, my hair is considered thick, it was thicker before. Now, I do shed a lot, like I was just mentioning, in the shower, so clumps of hair come out, and I have noticed that right around here and here, so like where my widow's peak ends, I feel like I've had not hair loss, but just like thinning around there. It's just thinner than it was. Not that it's super thin, because I do have a lot of hair there, but I've noticed a lot more baby hairs there. When I was looking it up and also talking to my doctor, they said that when you have PCOS, the more stressed you are, usually the more your hair will fall out. I've been stressed, I've been overly stressed. I've also noticed that I had more hair loss when I first found out I had PCOS and was super stressed about it. And then these are just, and naturally, even if you didn't have PCOS, if you find yourself losing hair here, that's stress related. That goes for men and women. Definitely just check out your stress levels, but I do have that. I still have that. It's not as bad as before. Something that kind of helped, I did it for like 30 days and I did see a little bit of a difference, was I did put an oil here. I forgot what it was called, but I'll pop it up right around here. But I did try this oil for 30 days. I just put it on a Q-tip and I would rub it here and I would rub it on my eyebrows, and it really did help. I also did notice that my eyelashes a lot more thinner and more fragile. So that's another thing that I kind of dealt with as well. With hair loss comes hair gain. And I know this is a subject that a lot of us don't want to talk about, don't want to admit to it, nothing. We just are oblivious, or we are just like so in denial that it's just not happening to us. But unfortunately with PCOS, we get more facial hair, armpit hair, leg hair, so much hair. It's freaking everywhere. I remember when I first like hit puberty and stuff, and we had to like start like shaving our legs and our armpits and all these different things. I would shave my armpits probably like once every 2 weeks. I was fine. Same with my legs. I was fine. Now I feel like I have to shave my legs like at least every 2 to 3 days, and same with my armpits. And it sucks because my armpits, I don't know what it is, but the skin there is so sensitive that I'm constantly getting ingrown hairs. Even if I put like shaving butters or whatever it is before I shave, it doesn't help. And I always get ingrowns, and it really hurts and it sucks. Thankfully, I am lucky enough that my husband's like, whatever, it doesn't matter. You have a little bit of hair. It's not the end of the world. I'm lucky on that point. But if you're single and you're flirtatious and you just want to have your hands up all the time, then it sucks. But what I've found is I now actually spend unfortunately, but we have to. Sometimes I spent more money on better products. So I try to get the razors that have the soaps on the side. I'll put a picture here as well. But like this basically, and it kind of helps with the gliding of the razor if I have to do that. Also, same with, unfortunately, facial hair. Fortunately, I did not get a lot of facial hair. It's pretty, I would think, normal average amount of facial hair for a woman. I'd have to like pluck mustache probably like once a month if I just leave it there and do nothing. But you can't really tell. Like, the only reason I know I have it is because I'm either like doing a deep facial mask or something like that, and I like notice, I'm like, oh my god, I've got like 3 hairs or something there. I'm like, oh my god, has this been on my face the entire month? I don't know, but it's little enough that I don't notice. I have a lot of peach fuzz, so not really hair, I just have a lot of peach fuzz. Now, next. Weight loss and weight gain. So I do take metformin. I did mention this in my other PCOS videos. I'll link one here, which is my announcement of me having PCOS and finding that out. So that's my story right there. And then if you want to know more about my update on the first time I found out I had PCOS, so taking metformin for the first time, really trying it, my trial and error with metformin, that's going to be this video here. So you can see which one you want to do. I'll link both at the end of the video though, so you can see which one is better for you, which one you would like to kind of see and get more insight in. But I do take metformin. It's 500 milligrams. I take that twice a day. One in the morning, one at night. I don't have insurance this year, unfortunately. Good thing is that the metformin is not that expensive, so yay for that. Unfortunately, we probably all do it in some sort of time in our life. When we have medication that we have to take daily and we know that we can't run out of it, I started doing only half days, or sometimes I would skip full days. I saw a tremendous difference when I didn't have my metformin, and even if I took half a dosage of my metformin. So when the days that I found that I didn't have my metformin at all, I found that I was having more mood swings. I was finding that I would have more anxiety. I was finding that I was angrier for everything. And I always thought that, oh, my family just probably, my father's side, they have kind of like anger management problems. And I was always angry as a child. And I thought, oh, I just got it from my dad's side. Like, as everything else, I just got it from my dad's side. I was like, okay, so I'm just angry because I'm angry. We're always angry. That's how we are at all times. And came to find out with the PCOS, I had high testosterone levels for a woman, and that causes anger, which is crazy. So that was a fun fact for me. I also talk about that in the video that I will link at the end. I found that those things were coming back, my mood swings, my anger, my anxieties, even sadness, depression. I was finding myself that happening. And then I was like, oh gosh, like I can't have that happen. I need to be stable for the work that I do now. I work 2 different departments at my job, and it's all on me and I can't be unstable. So I started doing half doses, and even at that, and I also had the weight gain when I wasn't taking my metformin. My weight started coming back, so that was another thing. But I started doing half dosages, and I felt that it was a little bit better, but my weight was still going up. So my moods were getting better, but my weight was still going up. And then finally, when I found out I was gonna have insurance starting just January, I've been taking my dosages, my normal dosages, and I've feel so much better, and my weight's starting to kind of balance again, and I don't lose a tremendous amount of weight, because I know people were asking, do you lose a lot of weight? No, I really didn't. I think in total I probably lost like 15 pounds, 10-15 pounds, and with my height, I am 5 foot, okay? Like, you cannot see 15 pounds. It just, I look the same. I usually lose it in my face and like my neck area. Weight loss, weight gain with my medication, because your hormones are balanced, which makes sense, your body gets more balanced. So the weight that you're supposed to be due to your hormone levels, because of water retention as well, all of that comes in consideration and is a big thing with you talking to your doctor about exactly what your blood work is and everything, because that can also determine, are you having too much high sodium? Are you having too much, cholesterol? Or, I also suffer from some high cholesterol. So that's another thing I have to take consideration. So these are all things that you need to ask your doctor and see what is best regimen. But we'll get back into how I deal with my weight in a moment. Next, I was talking about the mood swings. So with the mood swings, that is normal with PCOS, but can be handled when you have the right medications. Now, I don't know off the top of my head if there's another medication for PCOS or if metformin is the only one. I don't know. My refrigerator is very loud, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm just not sure. But I do know that when I have my metformin and my hormones are getting balanced and my estrogen levels are going up and my testosterone levels are going down, because now everything is balanced for a woman, I find myself not having as much mood swings. With that said, I think I might have ADHD because I bounce around like crazy in a conversation. And sometimes I find myself like, how did I get here? And then I retrace my steps to what I was first thinking. And I'm like, what the heck? That was all in like 2 seconds in my head. I don't know. More things are wrong with me as I go on to figure, what's wrong with me. PCOS. Is that PCOS or is that me? It's probably just me. Next thing. Why are you crackling? I don't have an ice maker. The other thing is depression, anxiety, and anger. So with depression, I will say a good video to watch is the video that I'm going to link at the end. I can't link it twice in a video, but it's the one where I found out I had PCOS. Yes, the one that I found that I had PCOS. Watch that if you have depression or anything like that, but I'll give you kind of a short story, basically. Long story short, I had major depression. Like, it was weird because it wasn't depression like, oh my gosh, I think I'm suicidal. It wasn't that. It was literally just sadness. I'm sad and I just want to cry all day and I don't know why. And it was the scariest thing. And then knowing in my head, like, I'm depressed. Like, I knew I'm sad, don't know why. I'm acting depressed, don't know why. I'm feeling this way, don't know why. And being in my senses, in my mind, made me feel like I was crazy because I was like, why do I think, like, how do I know that I am, but I'm not reacting to my knowledge of being like, you're depressed, snap out of it. Like, let's do something else to get you happy. My body took over where it was just, I'm depressed and my brain is not winning. It was crazy. That's the easiest way I can describe that. But I understand when people are like, I feel so depressed because I have this going on and that going on and I don't know. And at the time I didn't even know I had PCOS. So I thought I was just going crazy. I didn't know. And, but with my medication and with me sticking to my medication and my routine and my medication, that has helped me a lot. Another thing that really honestly helped me is having a support. My husband is the best husband in the entire world and has helped deal with me this entire time. Now, if it wasn't for him, I don't know, because he was the one pushing me to go to the doctors. I found out I had PCOS because he told me to go to the doctors. I had no choice. He basically made the appointment himself, and I did have insurance at that time. I just didn't want to go, and I think it was a monetary thing where I just didn't want to because I didn't want to spend money on myself to go figure it out and say, oh, I don't have anything, I'm just crazy. I was in denial, basically. But because I had someone who knew what was going on, who knew me so well and knew, like, and you're also not getting your period, which is probably a huge sign that something is wrong, and he was correct, of course. So definitely finding a support group, whether that is a parent, a best friend, a spouse, a partner, whatever it is, find one person that you can confide in, find one person that you can just cry to if you need to. And sometimes that is the best thing to do. We need it and you need it. Everyone just needs to sit down, be in a room by yourself, and just be able to cry for an entire hour if you want to, because that'll also really help you get all of that out of your chest, especially if you're having anxiety. Sometimes you just need to have a really good cry. And with that said, also have somebody there waiting for you when you're done crying. Food. PCOS, I found that having more carbs, I gain more weight. Sugar is really bad for PCOS, and I love sugar. The more carbs you have with metformin, the more you go to the restroom. And nobody wants to do that, especially during work. So I try not to have a lot of carbs in the beginning of my day and the end of the day. I will have my most carbs during lunch because my metformin is in the morning and at at night before I go to sleep. So I try to have them right in between. If I want a lot of carbs, I usually try to have it for lunch. If not, I will have it for dinner, and I won't take my metformin until like 2 seconds before I'm going to go to sleep, basically. I don't not let myself eat something if I want to. That's something I've chosen to do. I know it's not the greatest for me, but I find that I am happier if I just tell myself, portion it. You can have some, just don't have all of it and save it for later. But also with my medications on metformin, I realize I crave less carbs as well. And I crave a little bit less sugar than before. I used to be able to eat, this sounds terrible, but I used to be able to eat like an entire thing of ice cream if I wanted to. Now my ice cream will last a couple of weeks before I'm done. Same with a Hershey bar. I used to just gobble a Hershey bar down. Now I still have a Hershey bar in there from I think a week ago. So I usually eat like 3 little pieces every couple of days. So that also helps to just, again, having medication that helps balance everything out has really helped me balance out everything in my life, which is normal. The last thing I want to talk about is confidence. So people always tell me, you seem really confident for having PCOS, because with PCOS, it's very hard to lose weight, and you're correct. I have been on this PCOS journey for about a year now, and I kind of found myself just finally being like, it's okay. You are okay. You are also very beautiful, and you have a great personality, a great life, a great husband, and everything, a great little puppy who's sitting right behind me up against my back. So what I try to focus on, honestly, is the things that I love and are so happy and grateful to have in my life. I am still alive. I still have my limbs and my voice and my eyes, and I still have hair. I don't have something that can kill me in a couple of months. And I know that sounds terrible, but you have to focus on those things. You have to tell yourself, these are the things I have. I have a job. I have an apartment. I have a great relationship. I have this puppy who, without any kind of doubt, loves me no matter how much I give him spankings for peeing in the house. I have to focus on those things. And there's times, yes, where I feel hopeless or I feel sad because all I want is my high school body. And even then, I think about it. Like, I think about when I was at my skinniest in high school, junior and senior year high school. The boyfriend that I had at the time, he always made me feel like I was fat. I was never enough then, and I remember trying to starve myself, and I remember working out like crazy because I was in the drum line in high school, and we had to work out every other day anyways with these 50-pound, I was a snare player, like I had to work out with that, and our director was a drum corps alumni, so we worked out with the ROTC in high school. Like, what? And I still didn't feel like I was skinny enough or pretty enough or whatever. And it's insane to look back now as an adult, and I looked so nice, but I was so miserable with myself. My life was good. My parents were great. I was the captain of the drum line. I was doing great with music. I had great friends. But I didn't like me. I wasn't happy with me, and I feel way more happy with me now. I feel like the reason I would be down now is because I'm focusing on either a number or how I looked at a certain time, but I wasn't happy with myself then. I'm more happy with myself. I'm happy with my personality. I'm happy with how much I've grown in maturity. I focus on those things, and I also, because now with my metformin and everything being aligned, I have like a clearer mind of things. I am more responsible. Like, I love that about myself. I love my personality. What helped me was I challenged myself, and I wish I recorded this, but I didn't. I challenged myself to not wear makeup at all for 30 days. And that tremendously helps me, actually. At first it was really hard. I didn't want to leave the house. But it was great. I found myself, when I would put makeup on, it would almost seem like too unnatural for me, and I'd be like, oh, I don't want to put it on, because then if I just put it on here where I have redness, then it just looks weird. So I would wear like more natural makeups, more lighter makeups to make it seem like I don't have any makeup on. So I would just have like powder and stuff like that. Now that I feel happier with myself, I now put makeup on when I want to, not because I have to, and not because I feel like I have to. I put it on because I want to, and I'm happy, and I'm an artist. I love colors and paint, and if I get to do it on my own face, that's cool too. That's something I challenge you to do whenever comfortable. Try to go 30 days. If you can't do 30 days, try to go a week. Try to go a week without wearing makeup at all. Thing you could do to your face is skincare. Try to do something where, you know, it'll take away the redness, or it'll calm the skin, or it'll be super, you know, moisturizing. Try to treat yourself instead of covering up yourself. That's the biggest thing for me is, and I'm getting into that now with other body parts. Like I have sciatic nerve problems, and I have like really bad like aches in my feet. So lately I've been like, when I shower, I will smooth out my feet, I will put lotion on my feet, I will massage my feet, and I'm trying to take care of myself, because the only person who's really going to take care of your body is you. And when you have PCOS and you feel like everything in your body is attacking you, you have to take control. Once you're balanced, your mind now can take over your body instead of your body taking over you. Number one rule: get everything balanced as much as you can. After you get balanced and everything, take control and treat yourself. And look in the mirror and be okay that you don't have makeup on. Be okay that your hair is a little thinner. And as hard as it is to feel like you're being selfish, when you have something that's literally taking over your life and taking over your body, sometimes it's okay to be a little selfish. And self-care, give yourself care. That's the best thing that I will say. And I know it's easier said than done, but when you actually do it and you make yourself do that as a routine, it'll be perfect. You're gonna be great, and you're gonna be happy, and you're gonna get here one day where you're gonna be like, you know what, there are other options to my problem, and there's other solutions to my problems. I just have to figure it out, and I need to get out of this slump. And the thing is, everybody's gone through the slump, so I get it. I really do. But I hope this video has helped you. I hope some of this advice you can take home with you, or you can share this video if you know somebody else who has PCOS. You can definitely share this video. We are doing giveaways soon. I'm doing this big giveaway very soon. I mentioned it in the last video, which I'll put right here. It's at the end, or the last like 8 minutes. So if you want to watch this video, the last 8 minutes, it talks about how we're trying to get to 600 subscribers to do this huge giveaway. So very excited about that. But thank you for listening. I'm going to be doing another PCOS video about fertility. So definitely give this video a thumbs up if you want to know more about that and about my journey on fertility on PCOS. But thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's hard. It's a little bit hard for me to talk about because not a lot of people do, but we're not going to make this taboo anymore. We're going to talk about it because 1 in 10 women have PCOS, and we need to know that there are others out there to be able to tell our stories to and to talk to. And I'm just glad that you're here today, just listening to my story and my advice. And definitely, if you have any advice on self-love or weight loss or hair loss, definitely leave that down below so we can all help each other out. But again, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.